What if Sherlock and Watson's roles were reversed? If Sherlock and Watson's roles were reversed, it would create an interesting dynamic in the Sherlock Holmes stories. Watson is typically portrayed as the loyal sidekick and narrator of the stories, while Sherlock is the brilliant detective who solves the mysteries. If their roles were reversed, it's possible that the stories would become more introspective and character-driven, as Watson would be the one doing the detective work and solving the cases. This would give readers a different perspective on the mysteries and allow them to see the cases from a more human angle. On the other hand, it's possible that the stories could lose some of their intellectual appeal, as Watson is not typically portrayed as having the same level of deductive reasoning and analytical skills as Sherlock. This could change the nature of the cases that are presented in the stories and make them less challenging or complex. Overall, if Sherlock and Watson's roles were reversed, it would create a fascinating twist on the classic detective stories, but it would also fundamentally change the nature of the character dynamic and the way that the stories are told. What if Jessica Rabbit were the High Priestess of Shoulder? If Jessica Rabbit were the High Priestess of Shoulder but maintained her sultry and seductive attitude, it would create an interesting dynamic. The role of a high priestess is typically associated with wisdom, spirituality, and authority, which are qualities that may not necessarily align with Jessica Rabbit's character traits. However, if we were to imagine that Jessica Rabbit was appointed as the High Priestess of Shoulder, it's possible that her seductive nature could be used to her advantage. She might use her charm and charisma to inspire devotion to the religion and attract followers. On the other hand, her attitude might also cause conflict within the religious hierarchy, as some may view her as being inappropriate for the role. It's also possible that Jessica Rabbit's attitude might cause her to clash with the traditional values of the religion, which could lead to interesting storylines and character development. Ultimately, it would depend on how the writers and creators of the character choose to handle the situation and incorporate it into the narrative.